Welcome to the Vault Archons. This is the Keeper of Keys Kraz, and today we're going to look at another deck. So hopefully we get something cool again, or at least interesting. Really, that's all I care about. I just want something that's interesting. That's usually what I'm shooting for. So let's see what we have. And that pull tab, of course, didn't come apart on that side. That's just a normal problem with these. So very different than the first edition ones. So hopefully we get something cool in this deck. Matter of fact, I'm okay with anything cool, which includes things like misprints, miscuts, anything interesting at all would be perfectly fine with me. We're not going to see a cool band name, but other than that, there's a lot of other things we could see. So we're going to start with Soft Landing, just not one of the best cards. Then we've got an Invasion Portal. Now, we're probably going to have a lot of creatures. Yep, I'm right. So we've got a Grabber Jammer. It's just, I'm starting to understand the order of these cards for the most part. Tunk, oh, such a good creature. Now, I haven't memorized it or anything like that. The Think Drone. Now, this can be a useful creature. It just depends on what we have in the deck. I'm curious if we have anything that synergizes well with it. Because if we do, there's some really cool interactions that can happen. A Marauder. Oh, that's so good. That's a good capture right there. We've got a ramp creature right there. We've got two of him. And then we've got the Biomatrix backup, which I don't really like the ruling on, but what are you going to do? And then we've got a Brainstem Antenna, which could be really cool with Untamed. And then we've got a Jammer Pack and a Blinding Light. So we do still need, now we did have a tiny bit of Amber Control in there, and we have a giant board. We do need some Amber Control, so I hope we have it in Sanctum. So we have Take Hostages, that's good. We've got Terms of Redress, so we've got some Amber Control there, that's good. Then we've got a Potion of Invulnerability, so now we probably will start seeing creatures. We've got a Champion Amphiel, that's really, really good to see. This guy is really powerful and strong, I like seeing him. We've got a Commander Remiel, so we've got a giant board in this one so far. We've got a Duma the Martyr, which is really good to have. We've got a Frankus, which is really nice to see. Got two of him. Oh, such a powerful board in this deck so far. We've got a Sequius, which is just a little bit of capture. Sergeant Zakiel, and a Protect the Weak. So then we've got a Curiosity. So this is an interesting deck so far. So Untamed is the one that really has to bring it home in this deck. We need some good stuff in Untamed. We've got a Fog Bank. Now that's a good card. Okay, we've got a Key Charge. That's really good to see. We've got a Nature's Call. This can be really useful. A Nocturnal Maneuver. So we don't have any board clear, it looks like. We've got a Regrowth, which can be really useful if we have the right cards. We've got two Regrowths. Wow. And then we've got to save. So we do have a board clear, but now we're really lacking creatures here. I want to start seeing some creatures. We've got a Dew Fairy, a Dust Pixie, a Hunting Witch. Oh, that's really good to see. And a Hunting Witch. Okay, so that was actually really good towards the end. So let's see what we have. We've got two Hunting Witches. It looks like this deck did end up turning out to be a good one overall. So let's take another look. So we've got two Hunting Witches, we've got a Dust Pixie, we've got a Dew Fairy, and we've got a Save the Pack. The Save the Pack, we're going to be able to do enough damage to the board. We've got two Regrowths, which means we can bring back things like the Dust Pixie. And then we've got a Key Charge up here, so we're going to get a key out of this somewhere. We've got a giant board in Sanctum and Capture. So our Amber Control is Capture. We've got Capture here. We've got Key Cost Razor there. Now a Brainstem Antenna. Do we have anything cool that we could use with a Brainstem Antenna? If we could keep a Brainstem Antenna on Dew Fairy and have a giant Mars board, Mars hand, that would be crazy Amber gain. What else do we have in here that could be cool to use multiple times? I mean, there's, like, we could use it to capture a bunch. We could use it to fight a bunch. Yeah, I mean, there's just some cool stuff we can do with it. let's see, what else in here could we do cool stuff with? And we have a big enough board to take advantage of that. We could do a bunch of capture with this one. Yeah, I mean, it's just a very interesting deck. Not the best, but still interesting and has an interesting setup. But it's not a really powerful deck, but it is a decent deck. It's not terrible because we've got this key back here and a board clear. And our amber control, the weakness of this deck is its amber control. But it has a considerable amount of it. It's just in the form of capture. We've also got the key thing, and the Brainstem Antenna can do some incredibly cool stuff. This is also another really powerful card, just capability-wise. And yeah, I mean, well, let's see. I could archive a whole bunch of stuff out of play. I mean, like there's just I'd have to play it to see what kind of weird combos I can get off in this one. But it's not a bad deck. It is a decent one. Another interesting deck in my opinion. So yet again, another interesting deck, and I love seeing that. I just like seeing decks that I find interesting, that have some good stuff in them. So that's really cool. And again, like I said, this box is just a good box. I really like seeing it. So I hope you guys are having a great night, and I will talk to you again later.